Well, it's good afternoon, my YouTube friends. It's Margaret again from Emmy's Orchids, and we've not got very good light today. In fact, it's been raining all day, and all week I've been waiting for this particular bloom to open. And each day, except for today, we've been in the garden, and it's like everything. You don't wait till the season's upon you to alter things. You have to alter things in readiness. So the garden, we've moved some of the tubs where the bulbs were, and we've inserted in new tubs different grasses. And so here in the grow room, you might think, well, what's particularly changed? And well, there's a space there, and that's the one I want to show you. But if you look up there, I've put the wand lights there, and it was a bit awkward. And if I step back now, you'll see it. Can you see the full spectrum light there? Let me come out to see if I can get it behind the camera so you don't get glare. There we are. So you see that rod there? Okay, so that was across those hooks at the back, and I found it quite hard to elevate some of these plants. Well, there's two of them here, which are the sorry about that light, the Lalias. One's Purpurata and the others Labata, and I've got those three little ones that I'd put holes in. Let me just see if I can just switch this one off. Weather. And you see now. So I've still got those hooks. Keith said, what was the point of those hooks? I said, well, I will fill them, but I said I find them quite hard to put hanging things on, so I wanted this rod bringing out here. And I mean, everything wants watering, but I'm going to start on that rack in a few minutes. And another thing I've been doing this week is, in anticipation for the better weather, I have several in fact numerous self-watering pots, and I've brought them in, I've cleaned them, and yesterday I did all the pH readings, excuse me, and I've had to put little things to lift them out because they're quite heavy. Those are in the terracotta pots. These are the two Leodoras, and I'm waiting for some rock wool to come for them. 5 to 7 days. Well, it's 7 days tomorrow. So see all this here, that's mechanical damage. So I'm hoping once I get the rock wool round those exposed roots, these will fare a lot better. Over here we've got two of the other Vandas, Vanda Coltana Gold by Robert's Delight, which was that Vanda over here. Oh, that was Vanda Coltana Gold by Dr. Anneke. I have to watch that because it's going to fall and I won't be able to find it. Just bear with me while I just put that there. So these are in, can you see the water down there? Can you see the green root? So they've always got access to water, and I mean the majority of the roots are coming up from the pots anyway, and as we've had these cold nights, I didn't really want them with the roots submerged into cold water. So that's that one done. Just let me move my little pots back here because I've been moving some of these other things about. Sorry about that. And over here, these are some of the Cattleyas. And of course that one's not in one of these pots. I suppose at some point I could put that in a hanging pot. And then we've got these here, and we've got that new growth. Can you see that new growth there? Now, these have been watered a couple of days ago, so that one actually, I'm still not quite right with how I want them. I might bring this one. This is Delosa. See, it's got coconut husk in, and again I want some of that rockwool because it's still looking a little bit dehydrated. Anyway, let me get the table up and I'll show you the why I brought you in today. Right, I'm back. I've got my notes, which were downstairs, and this is that Theogony that I had off Clive. He brought me the Phragmipediums, he brought me a mounted Kingianum, and he brought me this Theogony Speciosa. 25th of March 21. Well, look at that bloom. I'm frightened of touching it. I really am. So, Theogony Speciosa is native to Java, Sumatra, Borneo. And it's also called the beautiful Theogony. It is a large, warm to cool growing epiphyte and occasional terrestrial, which reaches 30 to 80 centimetres high. So this beautiful Theogony blooms with musky scented flowers. Let me smell it. No, it's only just opened today, so there's no fragrance. And so it can flower at any time, but most often in spring and summer. It likes light level of 20,000 to 30,000 lux. The light should be filtered or dispersed, but should not be exposed to direct sunlight in the afternoon hours. It is a plant with moderate thermal requirements, with so 22 to 24 C, with an average night temperature of 13 to 15. If you have a cooling air humidifier, this orchid will grow well close to the cold, humid air outlet. Theogonies will grow well in baskets filled with moss, and generally better than pots. The substrate should be loose, quickly draining, but should also retain moisture. A mixture of chopped woody fern mixtures, woody fern fibres, suggesting 10% perlite, 10% cut sphagnum moss, 10% charcoal. Then this is it. This is the one that, oh, I thought, goodness gracious. Theogony Speciosa should be unpotted as little as possible, because this shock may even stop flying for the next 3 years, which is why slowly decomposing substrates are so desirable. As long as the substrate is loose and well aerated, it is better to simply cut all drying suitables than upset the plant. However, if repotting is necessary, it is best to do when the new roots begin to show. Okay, so there's a lot more things here. But let me just see if I can show you this flower before I set two more to these others. Let me just show you. It's got a spur. Can you see the spur there? I'm assuming that's a spur. Don't tell me it's a sequential one, so when this one finishes, we've got another one to open. But this, you see, this, I'm frightened to death of touching it. Let me show you. There. Can you see that lip? Let me go in there, see, look. And it's so unusual. And this, the petals and sepals, these, I mean, these are almost transparent. Well, you can actually see my finger through it. 1, 2, 3. So these must be the petals. Sometimes get mixed up, you know, between the sepals and the petals. But there you go. And even inside here, it's as if, can you see that? The column there, it's as if that's part of the petal. And it's got this lovely, beautiful, there you go. Absolutely gorgeous lip. And inside it's all furry. Now let me just see if I can get it out of here now. See, I've disturbed that now and it's sticking up. Okay. Now this basket here, this is not what it's in. Let me just show you. Hold up. Now I'm having to be careful with these orchids because I noticed one today, and I did notice Cattleya Love Castle the other day. I thought, why all of a sudden it stopped sending new roots out? And I think I've got a touch of spider mite, and I've just today got Masdevallia ignea out and done the leaves, and the cottonwood bud has come out with dark pink on, and that's a sure sign. Right. Now Luke. Can you see? This was last potted, can you see the roots there? So that's an active root. I've put the label on, I think this was last repotted. 1920, something like that. And so really it could do with the repotting, but there again you see, because it's reached the limit down here. Now I don't know whether these roots are right in the sense that they're brown, because some roots are not white. And if we just get a little bit closer, excuse me, let's pull that little. Luke, what's that? Can you just see it down there? What is that? Is that a new growth? There's something peeping through there. See, the roots are white when they start, and that's what makes me wonder whether or not this wants repotting. It's got quite a lot of different medias in. It's got coconut husk. It's got lacquer balls. And let's have a look, anything there? So I've really left well alone, because you see here, once I put my fingers down there, like that, I can feel moisture. And this is what it said in the notes. It did say, when watering, don't let it absorb water to the top. There's that new growth, you see, there. And this is where the flower will come out of. So whether it's a sequential, I've no idea. So there we are, you see down there, the roots. So I'm not going to touch it yet. Well, I wouldn't touch it anyway, because at the moment it's in bloom, and I don't want to disturb it. So that's exciting. and Clive said a couple of his phragmopediums, which he gave me divisions of, his are already flower, started to produce their flower. But there we go again, all the way in. It's quite big, this is. Excuse my grubby fingers, because when you're gardening and I clean all the pots afterwards, I don't like to put dirty pots away. So I'm going to put that back up on the shelf, and while I'm here, you see all these yesterday, I did pH readings on all these, took what the water there was in them, and did a TDS and pH readings, and the only one that was smack on, which is planted in bark, this one, which I call Dougal, and it's trying its hardest, and we've had some blasts here, but this was the only one that came out at 5.8. The others all came out over 6 for the pH, but this one 5.8. And all these others over here, I've still got the blooms on them, and they were watered. Let me just turn that one around a little bit. They've been watered, and of course that's Bucks Fizz. And let me just show you this one, because this is another one that Clive let me have, and this is a King Yanum. Can you see the new growth there on that pseudobulb? It's growing pink. There's a new pseudobulb coming up nicely on that one. So there's that one, and have we got another? No. Oh yes, we have. Just tucked in there, you can see it. There. And this got nice new active roots. So I'm going to take my leave of you now, and just wanted to bring you back for this bloom, and the reason I've changed all the room round and altered the lights, of course, is because although we're self-facing, as the sunlight changes and the sun gets higher in the sky, let me stand up, and the sunlight gets higher in the sky, so you see those houses over there, you won't see them because of the steamed up windows there. So and then we've got the canopy of the roof there. So when the sun gets higher, as we go into summer, the sunlight penetrating into this room is less. So I've needed to alter the lights in here to accommodate the light levels. I mean, while it's low in the sky, these all here, including these, get maximum sunlight. But then, as it gets higher, the only ones benefiting from this high sunlight are these two big cattleyas. That's of course Pastoral Innocence, and that one's Dusky Maid, and I can't see the label. Anyway, the humidity's gone down a bit in here because I've been in and I've had the door open. So thank you for joining me. That's on my Sojourner Burfordiense, and these all got watered yesterday, and these are the ones from Clive, and likewise, you see, they're doing very, very well. So thank you for joining me, and I'm going to get on now. I'm going to put this grow light back on, and we're Thursday already. Goodness gracious, the weeks fly by. And no doubt at some point I'll be back. So take care. Bye bye now.